One of the landmark projects of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government since he became president is the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. The federal government has recently approved an additional 100 kilometers to the coastal highway so that it can pass through Edo State. This brings the total length of the highway to 800 kilometers and the number of states covered to 9. David UMAHI, Nigeria's Minister for Works, disclosed this last week at an Independence Gala night hosted by the Edo State government at the State Villa, Benin City, on October 1, 2025. Yesterday, a chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Segun Shoumi, commended the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway project, describing it as a fantastic vision and a totally wide infrastructural initiative that reflects a renewed sense of progress and ambition for Nigeria. Joining us on this show to discuss the progress so far on the ongoing construction is David UMAHI, Nigeria's Minister for Works. Good morning, Minister UMAHI, and thank you for joining us on the morning show. Hello, sir. Can you hear us now from the Lagos studio?
And my brother, friend, RUFAI.
Good morning, my very honorable minister. Good morning to you, sir.
Okay, yes. Honorable Minister, you've been talking a lot about the Tinubu administration's achievements in the area of infrastructure. Most recently, you were in Edo State, and you talked about, look, the Lagos-Calabar Highway even being extended. Now, just take us through, the infrastructural with regard to roads achievement of the Tinubu administration, which was a major item in President Tinubu's October 1 Independence Day address. What's the update? What's the latest situation for the benefit of our viewers worldwide? Hello, sir.
Yeah, I don't know why this is disconnecting. I heard about it briefly and it cut off. But can you hear me?
Yes, very clearly now. I was just asking about update on infrastructure and achievements of the administration, which you have been talking about.
Yeah, before I go into that, Dr. Bati, oh my God.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir. We can hear you.
What? Okay. Now, before I go into that, Dr. Bati, Maya, and RUFAI, I want to say, talk briefly on the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway because I listened to, the PDP chieftain that came on this program yesterday about this time, Otumba Segun Shoumi, and I was very displeased with a number of damaging information, that RUFAI dished out to the public. And I feel that it's very important that I clear, such damaging information. RUFAI was very wrong when he said that I was struggling to give figures on Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway cost. That is, very disrespectful because this is my profession. And I was in your studio, Dr. Abate, and I ran the figures from the basis, takeoff sheets, and arrive at the cost. Now, what RUFAI is asking me to do is to give him cost per kilometer, from Section 1 at Ahmad Bello Way in Lagos, down to Cross River, Calabar. And that is very unfortunate because he wants to learn engineering from the back door. There is no two sections, or even within a road project, even where there are no challenges, that you can get a cost of 1 kilometer the same with the cost of the other kilometer. And I thought that I had sufficiently, explained the cost of the coastal highway. And I thought that each time there was award of any kind on infrastructure and other awards in Federal Executive Council, would always come out and then give out the analysis, to the public. And so what RUFAI was saying was very inciting. And I think he's very good at doing this, and he should desist from that because it's actionable. Number one, the Section 1, the 30% component of it is, Naira denominated. The 70% is a loan component. And he knows that this loan component was put out to the public, by the developmental bank. The Dutch bank put it out to the public, to financial institution. And he knows that this, subscription, it was oversubscribed by $100 million. And they said that, the cost of the coastal, highway was very cheap. And they had to come to site to, inquire about the standard, why the cost should be that low. And so I have done all that I should do, but if you decide to stay, before the public and then, damage information because you don't like one administration, the other, it's very unfortunate. But that job is ongoing, and I hope that RUFAI will have the opportunity to follow the road, one time to appreciate what the president is doing. Now, he took on me again on wing homes. And I want to, put him on a task. These wing homes, I'm sure that he had decided not to understand, the truth about it. The woman that is in charge of wing homes development, from available facts before me, bought 12 hectares of land from the villagers, the natives, according to her, in 2022, and bought it 12 hectares for 50 million naira, not dollars, 50 million naira. And these investors, from what I have, because they have contacted me, two brothers bought 5 hectares. One person bought 5 hectares. That is 10 hectares already, and they're all based in Nigeria. And as of 2021, she has started selling. But the document I have says she bought this land in 2022, and only 12 hectares. And then she was selling 21 million naira, not dollars, in 2021. And as at the time we started construction, she started selling a plot for 70 million. And a plot is 675 meters squared. That is what her own plot, was said to be. Now, these are the questions. Who are these investors? That's number one. Number two, you bought, 12 hectares within a very developed area, for 50 million. In 2022. If you go there, you see a lot of houses around there. And so how come, was it properly bought from the native? That's number two. Number three, did you register the concern with Lagos State government? Can you put up the document before the public? You should send it to, the attorney, Mr. RUFAI, so that he can look at it. Number four, who are the people that bought this land? Did they pay in dollars or they pay in naira? Should be able to publish it. Now, I took journalists last week to Lagos at the point of, and the rise was there. And they had to explore the entire premises. And if there were, buildings there and they were demolished, the tendency is that you will still see even some few rubbles there. If the land was reclaimed, you will not see the original vegetation. So they didn't discover any evidence that one building was put up outside the gatehouse, which we demolished. We, valued it and we demolished it, and that was 19 million. That's what they valued it for. And then there was also no evidence that there was approval for any building by the Lagos State government. If there was, they should put it forward. Number five, they should also show us those buildings where they were located and the monitoring of those buildings by the Lagos State government, because you would not be building without being monitored in Lagos State. So these are the issues. And she contracted civil society organization. And when I demanded for these documents, she started quarreling with them. So why are we not probing into issues that could damage the country? And why I'm interested in this matter for us to dig into the end is because she's using diaspora investors. Who are these diaspora investors? Can she publish their names and how much they paid and the allocation given to them? As of today, from the information available to me, she has allocated more land, she has allocated 300 plus of land. If you multiply it by 675, you'll be getting about 22 hectares of land, whereas what is on paper is 12. And her land is bounded by a very weak fence and about 10 meters of very funny constructed, drainage.
Okay.
And so the whole thing is there.
Okay.
You know, it is there for everybody to go there and see.
Minister,
Has RUFAI gone there to see it?
Minister,
you know?
Minister, would you
Then
respect?
lastly on this, yes.
I need a right of reply. And I'm sure you will allow me do a right of reply because it's obvious you came for me today, my very good minister friend. You know,
RUFAI,
after, hang on a minute.
I'm still talking.
Hang on a
Allow me
minute.
to finish.
After you went to report me to, you can finish, but after you reported me to President Tinubu, you are on here with me again today, but it's fine. I will respond to you, Minister. Go ahead.
You were quoting Abati, am I on?
Go ahead, Minister. We can hear you. Go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay. Yes. Now, the third one, RUFAI became an attorney, darkening counsel without knowledge. She said, oh, there is a case in court. Yes, there were and are still cases in court. The first case was 39, people that their properties were demolished and properly, evaluated, and they were paid. Even shanties, the president directed us to pay. Because he wants to alleviate their problems. Naturally and normally and by law, we don't pay for shanties when they are destroyed. You pay for properly, registered, properties. And when you destroy it, you pay. Now, the 39 of them, which Win Home was one of it, the court dismissed the case. Then she now single-handedly on her own went to Federal High Court and instituted another case. That case is on. Probably that's what RUFAI, SAN is quoting. And then there's also another case she instituted, diaspora investors. This diaspora investor, there was no registered, evidence. And so they cannot sue or be sued. Now, the question is, in the court did not put any injunction against the work. And in any case, we had passed the road even before they went to court. If somebody sues you, RUFAI, and says that, you passed, against the traffic, which you did sometime, you broke the law. And it does not mean that, you are restricted unless the court evidently says so. So these are the issues. Now, the diaspora, the investors, who are resident in Nigeria, with me and you, they have come to me, they have sent me a letter, they want to come to the office to see me. And I'm willing to see them. I wanted to take on the woman because when she's using the issue of diaspora investors, it makes other people, genuine investors that want to invest, to be afraid. This government is very friendly with, diaspora people, and so we wouldn't allow her to use the name and damage, the administration. So I had wanted EFCC to come into the case, DGSSS and police, and even the Interpol. But I have left it to the investors. When they come, they are willing to do that, they will process it. So these are the issues about the Coastal Highway. But notwithstanding, the Coastal Highway is going on very well, very competitive. We are in Session 2 now. We've opened Session 3 and 3B, 65 kilometers in Calabar and, and Akwa Ibom. This Section 4A and 4B going on at Ogun. And also at Ondo.
Minister, I would like to interject. This
so that is about
long.
The Coastal Highway.
Minister,
yes,
Minister, I would like to interject. This monologue is quite long. So at first, Minister, after you had gone to report me in front of President Tinubu and said all sorts, Anyway, I am not beholden to you. My job is accountability.
You are too small for me to report you to the president.
No, but they are
You are too small
Minister,
for me to
Minister,
report you to the
Minister, let me
president.
speak.
Who are you for me to report you?
Minister, let me speak. I have empirical evidence. The world watched it on the commission of the project when you mentioned the questions I asked you to the president. That was reporting me to the president officially. The world watches, so you don't need to dilly-dally about the empirical facts. I don't talk without facts, Minister. You know, when I have my facts, I talk. And I insist on my question when I ask on cost.
Rufai,
let me
only address you.
Minister,
in,
you will not. You will not allow me speak. The problem is you will not allow me speak. You spoke for over 20 minutes, over 10 minutes.
Because you don't know what you are speaking.
But let me speak. Let me speak. You will not.
What your profession is.
You will not allow me speak. You see, if you can just keep quiet and be calm and just allow me speak, I'll be happy. All right. So my question still persists as regards the cost per kilometer. You cannot tell me that we don't have a right to know the cost per kilometer. Even if it's an undulating landscape, give us all the facts and the details of the cost per kilometer. That's all we'll ask for. Other questions as regards the loans taken. Let me finish.
I will
Let
keep
me
quiet
finish.
For you to damage
Let me
information.
finish.
Listen to me.
Minister, you will not allow me speak. The minister will not allow me speak.
No. Don't do that with me.
Minister will not allow me
with
speak.
me. I was in your studio.
Minister will not allow me
when the first section was on, and I ran the figures. And what you're asking us is 750 kilometers of coastal highway. We should tell you cost per kilometer. So you multiply by 750. That's nonsensical.
No, so tell me the cost per kilometer. There's nothing too hard for you to tell me that figure. You've not still told me that figure. So I was right on that point. The second point...
Because you don't understand anything.
The second point I'm trying to make is
You don't understand anything. I'm a professor in this field.
Okay.
You don't understand anything.
What university gave you professorship in this field?
And you cannot ask me to tell you a cost.
What university gave you professorship in engineering? I didn't know you were Professor UMAHI, Minister. I didn't know. So... Please,
I'm professor in practice.
In practice.
I'm professor in practice.
Okay.
I understand engineering very well.
So secondly,
and you have no knowledge of what you're asking.
If you will let me...
You have no knowledge.
If you will let me ask questions.
So you keep quiet.
Okay.
And then stop,
okay.
you know...
Minister, it's all right. Keep dignifying yourself and let the world see you for who you are. If you allow me speak, the other 100 kilometers that you said they've added to it, we would like to know the cost per kilometer of that one. And the Winsome Homes, the case is in court. Now, I would like to know the cost per kilometer for that one. I would like to also know the over 700 billion first tranche of loan you guys got for this project. Has the money been spent? How was the money deployed? I would also like to know. I would also like to know the terms of that loan. All right? How many years? What's the payback period? What's the payback moratorium of that loan? And for the Winsome Homes, isn't it interesting that as somebody that's been a governor in the state, you know the law, a case is in court, and then you're coming to talk about the details of the cases in court. Because you denied that the case was not in court. Now you've already accepted that the case is in court. So is it not just better you thrash it out with the woman that has been reporting a case in public that we all heard, and I ask you questions based on that? So, Minister, just answer the questions. I've got no axe to grind with you. You know that. We've spoken many times. In fact, when your people call to book, I booked them, and I said you should come on air. So please just tell us those information. It's very important, Minister.
I'm not hearing, even though this guy is not... Yes, you know, in certain cases in court, you say, you know, you do no case submission. Rufai does not know what he's talking. And I think he should come to learn, you know, one, how to talk. Number two, Mayo.
You answer the question. How have the loan been spent? What's the cost per kilometer of these new 100 kilometers? How much is it going to cost? And how has the cost been spent?
All right, Minister UMAHI, you have the floor now to please respond to the questions that have been posed to you.
Okay. Number one, you know, this guy makes me, it makes me, to laugh, at a very high level of ignorance. I was in Edo State, and I said, listen, the president has directed, 100 kilometers of the coastal highway to pass through Edo State. And this man is asking me how much per kilometer. This 100 kilometers has not been designed. There has not been a soil report on it. And so why are you asking me, is it to name a child or to do a birthday for a child that is still in the belly of a mother? That's what he said. So, and he's doing it, what is the cost per kilometer? What is the cost per kilometer? Listen, in this kind of project, you are not dealing with a cost per kilometer. You can't say this is an average cost per kilometer. So I'm teaching you English now. You can talk about an average cost per kilometer because every 1 kilometer is different in cost from the other kilometer. So you can talk about cost, average cost per kilometer. Now, RUFAI, that project has not been designed. The soil report is not out. That process is ongoing. And when that is done, the ministry will do their own, evaluation. We now go to BPP and ask for selective tendering of the project. And when people have tendered, then we will now evaluate and send back to BPP. BPP will now evaluate and we send back to Federal Executive Council. It is at the end of Federal Executive Council approval that will be able to say this project is costing this amount and the average cost is this amount. Did I answer you?
Okay, so you have not designed that project, yes. What about the cost per kilometer of the one you have done thus far? Can you also tell us the details of the cost per kilometer and the over 700 billion Dutch bank loan? Can you also tell us more about that? Has that loan been used? What part of that loan have been used? And what are the terms of that loan?
Yes, these are elementary questions, and it makes no sense. A process is ongoing, payments is being made, and you are saying, how has this money been utilized? The money is meant for the project, and the money will be paid according to work done. When a certificate is generated, and that certificate, is approved, through a process in Ministry of Works, and then it will be given to the funders, and the funders will come and they will check, is this work done? And if it is done, they will release the foreign component of that loan. That is the process. And if I have to continue to teach RUFAI this profession, then there must be payment for it. Because it's darkening counsel without knowledge.
So the cost per kilometer of the work done thus far, Minister UMAHI.
Minister.
Cost per kilometer of the work done thus far.
This is elementary. How can you be asking for cost per kilometer in the process of construction? No, Mayo, hold on.
Okay.
Let me explain something to him.
We have very limited time, so I would like to interject here. When I ask my question, then you can marry all of them together, please. Thank you. And I just wanted to mention.
Explain.
No, you will explain, sir.
This man is usurping your time.
No. That's why I'm coming. I want to ask my question. Thank you so much. The reason why we are asking is that we are speaking on behalf of the Nigerian people. So it's not necessarily to one person. It is speaking to the Nigerian people. Now, the question I'd like to ask is beyond the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, which this administration has been very proud of. There are also questions around existing federal roads in Nigeria and the state of existing federal roads in Nigeria. So some of them have been tagged as death traps. And it would be great to hear your thoughts around the Lokoja, Okene, Okbela, Auchi, Ewu Expressway, for instance, the Ewu, Uromi, Agbo corridors. So these federal roads beyond the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, what are your plans in terms of maintenance, in terms of fixing, so that we don't lose Nigerians on these roads as a result of the state of them?
Thank you, Mayo. Can you? Yeah. Okay.
We can hear you.
This is a very, it's very good question and it's very useful, and it's a question to help the country. Number one, we've been in office about 2 years plus, and every part of this country, the federal road is calling for attention. And the question is, will this road destroyed to this level just within the past 2 years that Mr. President came, in office? Number two, where were all of us, all these years that these roads were damaged to this level? And a man came on board divinely, and he had decided not to construct roads, but to build roads. I was in Ewu the other day, and the governor of Edo State doing very, very well. And he has said, look, you have constructed part of this Ewu Uromi Abo Road. We want to take part of it to construct, to help the president. And I was there physically to, hand it over to him. The process of procurement is ongoing. And, very soon, before the month of November, work will get, started there. I was also on the Benin to Warri route. We have 3 sections there. There's section done by Levant, very poorly, done in terms of, very slow pace of work, but very good quality work. And we have terminated that job because nothing meaningful was going on there. So we terminated it, and graciously, the governor of Edo State has taken about 31 kilometers of that. The remaining 23 kilometers is a bit stable. And then we get to Give section. That is an MPC, funded project. And the president has given a marching order. All these projects should continue, even though an MPC are pulled out of the funding. And that project is ongoing. You have the other section that is done by SKCC, which is from the boundary of, Benin to Delta. So let me put it this way. The president is tackling, and decisively, all the very major, projects within the economic corridor. You cannot say of any particular route that within the economic corridor of the nation that the president is not doing. Some people were writing about East West Road. There are about 7 contracts going on in East West Road, and they are all very well, being executed. And mind you, we are not constructing roads. We are building roads. If roads were built like what the president is doing now, and we have had roads that could last for 50 to 100 years, we will not be in this mess. And so the reinforced concrete technology the president brought to bear is such to guarantee that when road is constructed, the road could last between 50 and 100 years. Now, tell me, when we came on board, which section of the country, federal road, that had, 100 kilometers of road that you could ply on without having a challenge? And so the president is doing a lot, apart from the 4 legacy projects, even though they are connecting. And these 4 legacy projects, they are investment, driven projects. For example, the section 1 of Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, there are a lot of people that want to come and give the whole money that was used in doing the project and take up the project and then toll it. So is it Abuja Kano project that is ongoing, about 725 billion? That project is ongoing, sections 1, 2, and 3. Is it the project Enugu to Onitsha project? It's ongoing. Is it Port Harcourt to Enugu project? It's ongoing. Is it Sokoto to Zamfara, to Katsina and Kaduna? It's ongoing. So there is no section
Minister
of the district, but it takes time.
Minister UMAHI, yes. Very quickly, thank you so much. Is there a website or any platform that Nigerians can track the progress on roads and also report perhaps some of these, because I recall that recently someone had made a video and you responded quite swiftly. Is there a platform that Nigerians can take pictures, eyewitness reports of bad roads or federal roads, and where they can also track these projects that you're talking about?
The Mayo, yes, we have a website, and we have directed the governors of each state to deploy the state commissioners so that they will monitor what we are doing. And I have directed that in this major project, we should list out major TV stations that will be able to go and be part of the operation. They will video the operation, they will video the method statement, and then deploy to the social media. So they can go to our website, and so we begin to download the operations to the distance, not only for the public to track the progress of works, but also to enable our young engineers to also learn. Those who may not be able to do the IT on site, they will also be able to learn. So these are ongoing. And we are starting a process that is going to outlive all of us. And that is by building a road that is properly constructed. And you can see it. When I said, you know, that the coastal route, you know, is so beautiful. And that, you know, if it's this beautiful, I don't know how the street of heaven will be like. And I expect my friend like RUFAI not to, you know, defy the law, and so that he will make heaven alongside with us, you know.
Well, on that note,
You
on
have
that
not
note,
answered the cost per kilometer question. It's just a shame.
on that note,
Have a good 1 minute.
Abati, tell this man that, you know, cost per kilometer of road that the section completed, there's nothing like that. In the road project construction, you may finish a pavement, you have not done the drainage. You may finish drainage, you have not done the solar light. So there's nothing like cost per kilometer until it is fully finished before you can know. And the RUFAI, the word is average cost, not cost per kilometer, average cost. Next time, try and use it.
okay, on that note, Honorable Minister, Senator David UMAHI, we would like to thank you very much for joining us on today's edition of The Morning Show.